Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to brahwegotthis, and today we are going to talk about my final thoughts on the last PTS patch notes cycle that they released on Monday. I told you guys I was going to make a video on this once everything was released to see if there was any sort of changes that we would be seeing in this next Lost Depths and Update 35 patch coming, and so that's what we're going to dive into today. I just want to give a huge shout out to all my members and patrons. Thank you so much. If you'd like to become a member, you get Patreon perks and much more. You get access to our Discord, early access to videos, and much more. So check all that out in the description. I do really appreciate it. And y'all make sure to consider liking the video, subscribing. It does help us out. But let's go ahead and jump into what we're here for today. And that is the patch notes. And this is not a video where I'm going to go through the patch notes. I'm going to just give my thoughts for them. So I'm assuming a lot of people have already kind of seen the final iteration in most of its entirety. And so if you want a summary of what's happening with Update 35, there's many videos out there that explains all of that. But essentially, the biggest thing that didn't happen is they did not revert everything back to where it was on the live patch. Or the live server right now. And that's essentially what a lot of people are just upset about and concerned about. And honestly, that's what's burned a lot of people out, especially the in-game community. I know the in-game community is there's definitely gonna be a lot of people probably leaving in the in-game community if they haven't already. And for me, I just kind of want to talk about what this means for ESO and what my quote unquote final opinion is on everything, because to me, I'm just a little disappointed because they said going into this patch that they wanted to increase accessibility, and no way in these patch notes do I see how accessibility was increased. Oaken Soul's been nerfed. They did decrease the veteran bosses or veteran difficulty dungeons. Let's see, it says reduced health of all bosses in veteran difficulty, and then for trials, reduced all health of all bosses, champions, bannermen, and veteran difficulty. The thing is most veteran trials a lot of people couldn't do anyways, but I guess for dungeons that's good. But the thing is DPS is still nerfed, I think more than the health that they removed, and there's just still a lot of things that happened in this patch that isn't accomplishing their goal of accessibility. And so for me, y'all, I mean honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore with this. I mean, I'm pretty unmotivated to make builds. I'm not saying I'm not gonna make any builds, but like, I don't really know why, because like, it just feels like this is gonna get changed in 3 months again, like completely changed. It's like they already decided like, this is what we're gonna do for this patch. There's nothing we can just mitigate the damages. I don't see how this is healthy for a long term of the game. And honestly, I don't really know why they thought this was a good idea personally. Again, I just don't see how this makes things more accessible. I don't know if you guys have any insight on that. You want to comment down below what you think, but if they wanted to make things more accessible, they wouldn't have nerfed damage. They would have just nerfed the health of the veteran difficulty in all these different activities. They could have, again, increased, I don't know, damage, or done something different than what they did. What they did just, it doesn't help with accessibility. The fact that they nerfed Oaken Soul ring, so many people that got the expansion with that ring, or that they wanted to play with that ring, and now they can't. And some people definitely wanted, like they used that ring because it was something that they actually have an impairment and they can't actually play without that ring in some ways. Like it really does help their gameplay. And so I just don't get it, y'all. Like I don't understand the direction. I don't know if there's some sort of game plan that they have that we just have no idea. Like the game's just gonna completely shift or something next year. But looking forward to the future, I mean, this is a tough time for ESO. This is going to be a rough patch. I know for a lot of people, they're not excited. They've moved on to other games, and in a way, y'all, I've been playing other games, and you guys know that. I'm not gonna stop making content for ESO, but my motivation for it was just really shot with this. I mean, I just did not expect this to happen. I just don't understand the direction. If they're trying to water down the game, I don't think the game's going to be very good. I don't think it's going to sustain itself. It may make money in the short term, but I just don't think it's going to be a very, very good decision for them. Now, I'm sure the dungeons are really cool. Those are always really good, but yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of class changes, you guys. A lot of class changes, a lot of skill changes, and this is the thing. Y'all, I mean, the reason it's so unmotivating to make builds is because They change the classes every 3 months. Different changes every 3 months. It's like a lot of my builds they're not obsolete. It's not that you can't use them, but they're not up to date. And I mean, I have like over 15, I think, builds on the website, you know, and there's people that have like 50 builds on their website. Like, it's exhausting. It takes a lot of time to update these builds, y'all, you know. And I don't even have builds for meta. Like, I don't test for meta, you know. I build mid-game builds for you guys that are, you know, easily to obtain and to hit those numbers. So it's just like, I'm definitely feeling burnt out by that. And so I personally I will say that this patch cycle looks better than it did at the first week, but I mean, everyone's damage is nerfed. This just kills the ability to, like, for people that are not as good at the game or that are trying to get better, to get to that content. That was the whole point. It was the whole point of the patch, and I don't understand how they don't see that. I really don't. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Again, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this. I personally just don't understand. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you to my members again. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video if you guys or subscribe to the channel if you guys do like it. But I will have more content, like I said, in ESO and just of gaming. But I hope you guys have a great evening, afternoon, and morning. Just remember, have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.